Hey everybody, today a little something different. When we're in Vegas, we took a behind the scenes sort of a tour, behind the scenes technical presentation of the Beatles LOVE Cirque show in Las Vegas. Now you can't shoot video of this presentation, but we could shoot pictures. So we shot a lot of photos, and right now we're going to tell you a little bit about the technical things that went on during Beatles Love. It's an awesome show. If you have not seen it, you need to go see it if you go to Vegas. It's really fantastic. Beatles songs have never sounded so amazing. It's visually a gorgeous presentation. So today, let's take a look at some pictures, and we'll talk a little bit about some of the technical behind the scenes information on the Beatles Love. Let me take you down. In 2006, the Beatles LOVE Cirque show opened at the Mirage. In 2016, they finished a 2-year refresh that added some new music, some new presentations and scenes into the theater. During our last trip, we learned of the Magical Technical Tour, which is a behind-the-scenes technical tour of the Beatles Love and sort of how they do things. There used to be a backstage where they toured all over to the dressing rooms and where some of the performers worked out. This was more, you sit in a section of the theater and they show you how they bring everything to life. Everything from the music to the projections to the stage itself. The show is presented in the round, and the theater seats 2,000 plus. In this show, there really aren't any bad seats. Getting closest to the stage, you're only 2 feet 9 inches from the stage and 23 feet away from center stage. Even the further seats are really good because you can see everything much clearer, whereas if you're up front, you have to sort of crane your neck and look around you a lot more. The furthest seat from the stage is only about 98 feet away from center stage. The stage itself is incredible. It has 11 lifts, 4 traps, and 13 automated tracks and trolleys. The lifts and traps are always moving. There's always something coming up from below or a set being dropped down, and it was really amazing to watch. All I can show you is stills here, but it's really amazing how many elements of this stage are able to drop down, fold up. It's quite an amazing technical feat. There are 2 100-foot screens on 2 sides of the theater that project images throughout the show. There's also projected images on the floor and stage of the show, and those are pretty amazing as well. It's very colorful. There are a couple of remote controlled vehicles that are used in the show from a couple of VW Beetles. There is a tricycle with some boots attached that's used. There are acrobatics, there are dancers, and 65 pounds of confetti are used each week in putting on the show. Each seat has 3 speakers. There's one in front of you, in the seat in front of you. There's also 2 right behind your ears to give you a good surround sound. I've never heard the Beatles music sound as good as it does in this theater. It sounds incredible. They demonstrated all the speakers individually so you can hear just what's coming from the surrounds, just what's coming from the seats, what's coming from the overhead speakers. It was really interesting to hear all those speakers separately and then hear how they combine together to the overall audio mix. The Beatles Love Show features 120 Beatles songs mashed together. There may just be elements from the piano solo in My Life, to the drums from The End, to horns from Penny Lane, all mixed into other Beatles songs, and it really is an amazing. If you've not heard the soundtrack, it's really amazing to listen to, and it's a very cool way to listen to the Beatles in a new way. After showing us everything the stage can do, they showed us some of the projections, some of the lighting, and some of the lights. Over 60 performers donned 5,800 costume pieces in the show, and it's really incredible visual. The finale of the tour, so to speak, was basically to play through the first 2 tracks in the show without performers, but just they did the lighting and the stage work and the audio, and you could hear the initial part of it. And even without the performers, it was pretty amazing to listen to, and we loved it. So if you get a chance to take this technical tour and check it out, it's free. It doesn't cost you a thing. It's a great way to sort of see kind of what it's all about, whether you've seen the show or not. We did get coupons to purchase tickets for the show that night, so that helped a little bit with being able to go back and see it again. So thanks for joining us. Take a quick look at the Beatles Love Magical Technical Tour behind the scenes. It's a really amazing show. It was very cool to be able to see everything that goes into the production of the show itself. After the technical tour, we attended a signing. They had Beatles ornaments that were from Christopher Radko, which, as many of you know, are very expensive handmade glass ornaments. And one of the artists who designed this year's ornaments, who designed the 4 jackets Sgt. Pepper, as well as the other individual Sgt. Pepper ornaments, we're able to meet him, get our photo with him, and he signed our ornament. So that was pretty cool to be able to do that, as well as the technical tour. Remember, kids, have a good time all the time.
I look at you all, see the lover that's sleeping, while my guitar gently weeps.